That means we have a vet here to answer your pet questions. So if you have a question about your dog or cat or any other animal you might have, I suppose, give us a call. The number is 918-460-KJRH. And as always, it's Dr. Joe Landers here to answer your questions. And he's brought along a friend this morning, Cinderella.
Yep. This is Cinderella, and I'll tell you a quick story on Cinderella. She was saved by a prince. Basically, she was kind of, 4 weeks ago, she was kind of attacked by a dog, and she got a few little scars on her, but she's a great little kitten. She's kind of beat up a little bit, and she was really scared, and we've kind of worked with her. We put her with some other kittens, and she's doing great. Like I said, she's just sitting here now. 4 weeks ago, she was really scared to death, which is understandable. And actually, she's not all black. She's got this little,
a little bit of white speckle, maybe.
White speckles. We call them. Someone called them sparkles up front, which I guess my hair is sparkly as well, with a little bit of gray in it. So, but she's actually kind of a gray and black cat. But she's really good. You were mentioning, yes, black cats are probably the hardest to adopt out. You know, there's a lot of superstition, so I'm going to reiterate, she's not all black, she's black and gray, but great little kitten.
Seems like it,
very
well
sweet. Adjusted. So,
where can we find Cinderella?
I'm sorry, yes, she's over at Heritage, which is 918-627-8575, or she's at animalaid.org on the net. I believe she's the first one, actually.
Okay,
if you
easy to find then.
Absolutely.
Well, let's get to the phones. First up, we got Barry and Pryor. Good morning, Barry.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Good. What's your question?
I need to know when should I get him start checking for heartworms, and when should I get him he's a male and a little dachshund, and when should I get him neutered?
Yep. The answer to both of that is the neutering is at 6 months. Sometimes they'll do them at 5 or 6 months is fine. And heartworms we usually check once a year. What I'll tell people is you start on the heartworm medicine, and really we'll do it at 8 weeks, at their first shots or whatever, and then you give it kind of year round. You check once a year. It takes about 6 to 9 months for heartworms to develop. So I'll tell people that if you miss a dose, you just do the next month and you keep going. Most of the medicines now are safe to give every month. You want to ask your veterinarian if there's any question about what you're using, but you want to keep on that and keep on that year round. So
okay, next up we have Craig out in Broken Arrow. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning. How are y'all today?
Good. Good. What's your question?
Yes, I have a 16-year-old cat that kind of stopped eating. She'll lick on her food a little bit. She's drinking water, but she's just not eating like she used to. Yep,
and is she losing some weight?
Yes, she's losing some weight.
What I always kind of tell people quickly is 16 is well over 100 years of age if you do the kind of 7 to 1 rule. So I'll tell people they're getting very, very old at that point. There are several things that we look for when they don't eat well and they start losing some weight, and if they drink a lot of water. You want to go into your veterinarian and they can test for diabetes and kidney disease, liver disease, sometimes some thyroid disease. Occasionally, they're just ending at the very end of their life stage, and then you have to really encourage them to eat, and there's some things you can do for that as well. But once they stop eating a little bit, I'll tell people when they get in those teenage years, it's really, really important to try to encourage them and watch their eating. Because a lot of times, not only if you don't eat, you miss that day's nutrients, but it's hard to make it back up. There's a time in your life where you actually won't be able to put on weight. You'll only be in a decline, and this is all real kind of depressing here to talk about this aging process, but it's really true. And so one of the deals is getting the right nutrients. Sometimes you can do some NutriCal, some other little deals in a paste that will help keep some nutrients to the older cats especially.
Sure. Well, we're out of time, but again, Dr. Landers is here every Thursday, so